your year now and your experience now, do you feel any different from when you first joined VSA and currently?
Well, short answer, yes. But this is only my second year of being in VSA, so I'm basically already halfway through my bachelor's. I've kind of grown out of my shell a little bit, and I even took on some leadership roles, which I wouldn't have really expected like little freshman me to really go for. So it's really interesting to see how much I've changed and grown since then.
Yeah, I feel more like a chud. Oh, I need to elaborate on that.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I've had a lot of fun with VSA. I've been out and made a bunch of friends and had a lot of really great experiences, including eating.
I'd say I definitely aged a lot. I think that coming into VSA, I had this very wide eyed view. I was excited for anything and everything. I have definitely gained a deeper understanding for everyone in the organization and kind of reminiscing back on the upperclassmen then talking to me as a freshman. And I get very nostalgic thinking that that's what I am now to the current freshmen is how I felt about all of the upperclassmen that became friends with me. Yes. Um, when I came into VSA, I was really shy, and like at VSA events, I would just stand in the corner. But now I don't stand in the corner anymore. I am the center of attention sometimes.
I definitely feel like a lot more outgoing and a lot more likely to reach out to people versus when I first joined, because I was like really shy and I was like, yo, I don't know anyone here. I just got Dory. Dory kind of gone now. But like after like a year, like I met a lot of people, made a lot of new friends, especially like even like outside of UAB. Like it was nice meeting people from like the UVSA's network and stuff, and it was like it really spread my horizons, and I'm a lot like more out of my shell now.
Is there anybody that you got unexpectedly closer to as the year went on?
I would say Carmen, because I met her at flag tryout and like she was friendly, but like I didn't realize that we would like be like she would be my big right now. Like we got super close, and I just did a 2.5 mile run with her before this, and yesterday we did 4.5 miles. Kill me, but that was a lot.
My big Carmen. She my love. I love her. I got to meet her through the ACE program. She became my big. I actually wanted her to become my big too. So it was a perfect match. But yeah, I'm glad I got to become closer with her.
Actually, two of them. Both of them are little. The first one is On. I met On through flat football, and during tryout, like I saw her, but I didn't like really talk to her. I was like, oh, and then I saw her during practice, and she was like really consistent, and we kind of just became like there was kind of like a mentorship where the first year comes in and there's not a lot of girls, so people are like more nervous. So it was like I felt like it was like I had to be the person to like welcome them in, and I feel like that's what how I felt with On was like that was just like my little sister. And the other person is Celine. So Celine's my other little. I got closer with Celine through house games. Celine is like really quiet and really reserved, but I could just throughout house game I could just feel her like warming up to me slowly, and it's actually like the sweetest thing ever because she went from being like really shy. Like I remember she DM'd me and she was like, I don't think I want to come out to dinner tonight because there's just so many people and I don't really know anyone. And I was like, wait, no, don't worry. Like, sit by me. I will keep you company the entire time. And I could just feel her warming up to me. By like A's, I was like, these two are going to be my littles.
Well, there was this really weird guy at the beginning, and he was really short. You know, he had curly hair, and he was a little strange at first. It was like he was like a little off-putting, like you couldn't really talk to him. But I realized that he's a really good friend, and that I'm very grateful for him. And now he's president. So Brandon Trung, if you couldn't guess.
My little, I didn't know who he was going into the school year. Just halfway through, this happy little white boy just came along and made my year so magical. It's like Y'all ever seen like Meet the Robinsons when the kid like gets dropped off? Like, it's kind of like that, but like, oh, I guess it's not like that at all actually. No, but yeah, he's like my adopted son.
I would have to say, if there was one person, it'd be FA, my ribbons captain. It's like I kind of knew her, but then I really feel like through like Lotus preparation, I got a lot closer to her, and I'm really glad that I did.
I would say people in ribbon, like more specifically Nure and Julia. Julia not because of ribbons, but mainly just her through VSA.
I would say, I guess, the most like expected but not expected would be Haley Dang. Cause like I feel like we're close in phases. It's cause like we don't see each other often, so after skit we were and then we're like, well, we drifted apart. But then like after MC we're like this, and now we're trauma bonded for life. That's my deck into my Baku.
Honestly, like our Lotus directors team, I met a lot of them for the first time this year, or we had known each other, but I never really like gotten close to everyone. But I think just from all of our late nights and hard work that we put in, we've all been able to bond, and I think that's something that I'll cherish even beyond VSA.
Is there a time throughout this year that you felt the most connected?
Probably like when we would go like out of state, like probably like NIS or like leadership retreat, like basically stuff like that. I think because we had to like bond outside of like just like an event or something. That was really fun.
Lotus.
Lotus.
I was part of the fan dance team with Milan, and we had a lot of time together. I enjoyed it. Feel like connection with them, especially with like everybody being part of it, even the people behind the scene.
During Lotus season, by far, that is my favorite time of the year. Not even just Lotus, just like all of school. I look forward to January, February. That is my favorite holiday, hands down.
Attending all of the meetings for Lotus fans and skit and decorations is when I felt the most connected. It was really nice getting to just spend time with people in VSA and meet so many new people. There was one night in particular where we were really stressed out about learning the choreo, and so we went to some random room in the very back of McMahon. It's like hidden with no windows, and we practiced there for like, I don't know, at least an hour, and it was just running the same part over and over again. It was really difficult, and we were all really tired, but I feel like that brought us together a lot.
Is there a moment throughout the year that stood out to you that was the most unexpected or the funniest moment?
I think the funniest moment of the year was during NIS when myself and some of like the e-board members were staying up to cook breakfast for all the NIS attendees, and we were peeling potatoes, and funnily enough Connie was like cutting a potato, and we had like a whole station like lined up, and we were moving through like it was like a factory. And then you look over to the side and Connie's working on like one singular potato.
We were peeling potatoes and I was really bad at it. So every time someone would like look over, check on my progress, my potatoes looked really rough. I think my rate was like 1 potato per every Annette's like 8 potatoes.
Oh, those hash browns. Having to peel all those potatoes at like 12 in the morning and serve it to like the 4 people that actually ate it.
For me, it was during house game when Annie was making the fan chains, and I was part of Toe House.
During house games, when the donuts came out, I don't know why they let me do the donut thing. I sat down. Here's me and my one donut. I'm just like, and then I look over, and Jameson just like 4 donuts going down, and I'm like, oh, the donut eating contest. I was like, oh yeah, that was pretty easy. You know, I love donuts. And then stuffing out my mouth, I almost choked. I was like, okay, yeah, it's over. And just like watching other people eat the donuts, it was just so funny. I almost died.
I mentioned this in my e-board highlight. I loved this year's skit workshop. Oh my god, so freaking funny. My favorite skit made that day was the Aladdin skit, If You Know, You Know. And I'll probably play it low key when I edit this.
Oh my goodness. It was backstage. Notice night. All of Fanny Pack. To the like a sad song. Yeah.
During Bodies by Keshi Trung, we were all rap flicking. Also, I now know a lot of the lyrics to Bodies by Keshi. Everybody wants somebody new. Okay.
I honestly, shout out to Justin. I feel like anything he says is so funny to me. Have you guys seen those TikTok comments like, I'm so ugly for laughing at this? Like, that's how I feel. Where it's like, I can't believe I'm laughing.
Since this is your first year, was there something that drove you to join VSA?
So, my cousin Sydney Chan was in VSA her freshman year, and she had a lot of fun. And I was thinking, like, hey, I also want to be more into like my Vietnamese culture and like express it with everyone else who is also similar to me. And I think it's fun to express it to other people too.
Probably my girlfriend. Probably wouldn't have joined if she wasn't in it. But also I wanted to be a part of a club.
I'm from Georgia. I don't know anyone here. And so my first goal when coming here was to be as incorporated with as many clubs as I can, just to know everyone, just to get to know people and get to know, make some friends. I don't want to be lonely my entire year.
What surprised you the most about VSA?
So, what surprised me the most was how inclusive and opening each member of VSA is. Question mark. My grammar's not working. But especially Ebor and everyone that I met, everyone's really nice. Nobody's like really cliquey or anything.
I think there was a lot more people than I expected. I know VSA is like a really big thing, or like a really big club, but it's just like I guess I just wasn't expecting like the amount of people, which is good though. I like people.
Like how dedicated people are to serving the organization and like to spreading Vietnamese culture. I wasn't expecting the person I can think of is like Tina. You could tell that she really made an effort to know every single person's name, and I think that's what I wasn't expecting for upperclassmen to make an effort to know the people old and young.
How do you think your role in VSA has evolved since last year?
Well, last year I was just kind of like a general member who really only cared about like the athletic stuff, and now I'm president, so I guess pretty big jump.
Like one leadership role that I didn't really expect me to take on was the role of skit director. I mean, last year I was a part of skit for my freshman year, but being in that position where I get to sit back and kind of reflects on my own freshman experience and like my own experience in skit was very interesting.
What advice would you give someone joining VSA for the first time?
Go to events. I think that one's pretty simple. All the stuff that I almost didn't do was some of the most fun stuff with VSA.
Don't be scared because you can have a lot of like opportunities and just like meeting people. You can meet your best friends, so don't be scared to talk to other people outside your comfort zone.
As you're going into your last year, is there anything that you're looking forward to?
Going into my last year, I honestly don't know. Like I have no clue what I'm gonna do in the future, and I should be more worried about it. But I mean, I'm Christina fam. I'm chilling.
I'm just kind of excited to graduate, take my little gap year, relax, not have to wake up so early for like 8 and 9 a.m.s. I don't have to worry about making A's or just hopefully barely passing a class. But I'm just excited to just kind of move on to like a new chapter of my life.
And then going into senior year, do you have any expectations that you hold for yourself or for VSA?
Expectation for myself is to start studying for my social work degree. I need to start studying now because I'll take the test probably by the end of a couple months after I graduate because you can get your certification later. And then for VSA, I want to become more serious and just get more involved in general.
I hope that I can remember to have fun. I think especially as senior year feels like the end of an era. I think that what comes next is going to be very daunting and really scary to have to face. So I hope that in the next year, away from the troubles and away from the the real world, I hope that I can just laugh with VSA and I can just find a part of me that doesn't have to worry.
What message would you like to share with the seniors as they prepare for the next journey?
I would say, you got it. Like, believe in yourself. Anything you want to do, you can do it. You got it. Go, Rachel.
No matter where life takes you, no matter how hard things get, and no matter if you're feeling down on yourself, just remember, McDonald's is always hiring.
I hope to see you again, as long as it's not on the streets. I really wish the best for you guys, and not only wish, I know that you guys will go so far in life because you guys are amazing, and amazing people go far.
What message would you like to share with the underclassmen as they prepare for this next chapter in their journey?
Don't be afraid to be the first one to reach out because you never really know what could happen after the fact. I feel like a lot of times you join organizations like this, and I know I struggle with it a lot, but being able to be the first one to reach out shows that you care. And so be what you would want someone to be if it was your first time again.
Live in the moment. You know, everybody says that these 4 years go by really fast, and you know, as an underclassman, you're always like, oh my goodness, it's never gonna end. But then you get to your senior year and you realize that, you know, all of these memories you've made has all been because you chose to put yourself out there and you chose to make friends and be a part of leadership and truly just put your heart and soul into what you love most.
Lock in. Don't push your academics aside because of VSA, because that's what I did and I learned my lesson. So focus on your academics, but it'll get rough, but just know that VSA will always be there as kind of like a haven for you. So yes, focus, but just know at 6 p.m. at some random academic building, there's probably a VSA event and you better go and you better have fun. Thank you.
Be confident in yourself. There's never a time where if you enjoy it, you'll do poorly. And if you enjoy it enough and you're in VSA, you'll always have somebody to support you. You're never alone. It's a whole family here. Ask for help. Ask for help. If you need help, ask for it. You got plenty of connections, even if you don't realize it. But more than anything, people want you to succeed.
Definitely, like, enjoy your time here, make friends, make connections, have fun, and don't lose sight of who you are, because who you are is so important.
This isn't even just think about VSA, like just like college life in general. Just do it. It's sometimes it is really scary, but the only way you can learn is by doing it. And it's that saying, like, every day in your life you should be a little bit uncomfortable in doing new things and having new aspects of your life. It'll only make you grow, and you'll 100% not regret it if you do it.
I think try new things and, go beyond your limits. Don't be scared to fail because, I think that's the best way to grow. And I think it's better to try and not succeed than to just keep doing the same things over and over again. Don't let, negative opinions bring you down. Take that as a way to see what you can improve and do better, come back stronger. I think just overall keep a positive mindset don't be scared. You all will be okay. Trust.
Don't take everything too super duper serious, but kind of have fun, enjoy the stuff. I know, like, for me, when I was fundraising head, there could be times where fundraiser cost me a lot of stress, but like seeing the results of how everyone enjoyed the food and like how everyone worked together, and like seeing like years of not only fundraising but also leadership and executive board, I feel like just enjoy your time.
I know that VSA is so, like, at the end of the day and in the bigger grand scheme of things, it's really like an organization at your undergrad university, you know? And despite, sometimes you meet people, you don't even know if they can help you in the long run, because career is really all that matters. But something that I want to tell the younger people and people who are traversing through VSA is, at the end of the day, I don't really think it's about what you gain in the end, but more of the journey. Like, it's so cliche. I hate to say it's like it's not about where you go, it's about the journey along the way. I hate being cliche, but like, I swear,